Good morning, Ichigo, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Griever, your host as always, bringing you guys Bleach, episode 23. And this episode, this was such a well-rounded episode, wasn't it? It carried with it such a high amount of volume, did it not? And yeah, also it's got tits. Yeah, a great episode. Much better than the last one. Much better. Because now we have Miss Shiba herself. And I'm just upset that she's not in the story more. That's all I can say about her. She's great. She's smoking. She's got the Edward Elric look going on. She's got the cleavage. And she's got the cleavage. And she's got the cleavage. So, yeah. She's great, and she's strong as hell. So, one of the royal families that fell into disgrace and all that such. A lot of history there. But, this was a really good episode, once again, because we kind of went away from the Ichigo group for a good portion of it. We get Rukia being brought, like her execution is going to be with the Sogyoku, and Renji brings her to the Tower of Repentance, and we get the wide shot of the Serite and all this fun jazz. And the tall white tower where the prisoner is being held and all that such, the princess in the tower sort of thing. And I just really enjoy this. Plus, Renji also says to her, I want to leave you with some information. They say that 5 people entered the Soul Society yesterday, one with a sword as long as his back and orange spiky hair, and Rukia's face comes alive, and Renji realizes this, and he's like, that's the first time in days since she got here that I've seen her face actually come alive once again, you know. And we also get, Shiba. Okay, no. There's more to this episode. Come on, there's more to this episode than Shiba. Anyways, the first introduction to Captain Sosuke Aizen. We get Aizen here for the first time. And already this guy, you want to believe him. You got Gin in the back, you know, kind of in the shadows sort of idea, listening in on the conversation. We get Aizen meeting up with Renji saying, I want to talk to you for a moment. You and Rukia, you were good friends, and of course they were. He knows all this, but he's just giving us the viewers a little nugget, a little bit of taste of that. And then, does this crime fit the punishment? Does she deserve to die? How could you ask such a question, Captain Aizen? Well, here's the thing, is that I know that you moved from Zaraki's division over onto, the 6th division, now a seated officer and such, but Rukia is no captain class. The Sogyoku, that's a little extreme. Execution itself is extreme. Sure, these crimes are harsh. As I explained in a previous review, Aizen is stating the facts here. And I like the fact that the Soul Reapers, though we all know Aizen's story, but at the time we did not, Aizen is one of the voices of reason going, okay, yeah, she gave her powers to a human, that's a no. And she lost her powers, well, no. And then she refused to come home, once again. No. Listen, if you commit Grand Theft Auto, and then you lose the car, and then you fail to appear at a court date, they're not going to execute you for any of these 3 crimes, right? So that's my comparison here. Okay, so she gave away her power, so she stole a car. She did, $10,000 worth of stealing or something, right? Okay, big no. And then she lost the car, losing her powers. Okay, once again, can't even give the car back. So, once again, have to replace that. That's a big fine, that's insurance and what have you, and out of pocket. And now she failed to appear at a court date in response to these charges. Okay, once again, then harsher sentence. But none of these things equal death. Harsh sentences, but not death. And Aizen lays that all out for us and goes, Yeah, no, this does not add up. Watch your back, Renji. What are you saying, Captain Eisen? I'm just speculating here and all this stuff. It's great. And actually, I know I'm going to have plenty of opportunity, but this is an episode which I actually struggle to choose which screenshot. Of course, we all know it's going to be the tits, but I have a problem choosing which screenshot to be the thumbnail because this is the first introduction to Eisen. There's so many good shots. Eisen's in this episode. Let's showcase that. And that whole eye thing with Rukia when she's going to be executed and just all this stuff. Like, there was a lot of good shots in this, but this episode, it was just really good. It was just really good because we're jumping all over the place. We go to Shiba, we go to Rukia, we go to Eisen. We know something's being set up. We know things are afoot. The meeting being called that all captains assemble. So next episode, we're going to see every single captain, and I'm gonna be talking about that. I'm just gonna go down the list and be like, okay, here, look, we got Yamamoto, and there's Shunsui, and there's Hitsugai, and there's actually Uketake does not show up at that meeting if I'm remembering correctly. Uketake does not show up. So that is definitely a thing. If I'm recalling that correctly, but I believe every other captain does make an appearance. So that'll be a fun episode next episode. But either way, they go to the Shiba clan house. It's ugly as hell. And Ganju is, of course, the little brother, and they start fighting. Kukaku destroys the entire place. And that's basically what happens. They're going to fire them off in a fireworks expert of the Rukon district. They're going to fire them all off in a cannon, and that's going to be the deal. So, all right. That's basically where we leave off on. They're going to do a giant cannon. They're going to come in from the air because there's walls all over. You basically had two options. There's no sea to come in from, so you either got to go under it or you got to go on top of it. They're choosing the latter. They're going to fire them off in a cannon and pierce through and get into the Serite. So, alrighty. And Ganju's going with them, of course. Once again, I'm a huge fan of Ganju. Like, what man fights like this? No, that's just a cheap shot. That's just, no. You don't win a fight by crushing a man's, no. Not like that. So, anyways, what did you guys think of the episode? What do you think of the review? Like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you back here for Bleach. More episode reviews coming. See you next time, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Griever, signing off.